I'm Cameron.
And I'm Hannah.
And you're watching Warrior TV News.
Good morning, Warriors. I'm Allison, Wallace.
And I'm Thaya, Manitkul, and this is your Friday, August 24th feature edition of Warrior TV News.
First, Jenn, Gessling, and Stephenson head over to one of the many new teachers here at WCHS, Mr. Preston.
Then, Deakon, Booher, Wootan, and Gavin, Lutz stop by the band to get an insight on the marching Warriors.
All this and more on this feature edition of Warrior TV News.
One standing when all the giants fall. I won't shiver, I won't shake. I'm made of stone, I don't break. Start me up, open my eyes, turn me loose and you'll see why. I was born ready. I was born ready. Keep pushing up, higher, higher. Keep pushing up.
There are many new teachers here at WCHS, and Mr. Preston is one of the newest members joining the Social Studies Department. Jenn, Gessling, and Stephenson head over to get a glimpse on what he has planned for the 2018-2019 school year.
Many new faces have made their way to WCHS for the 2018-2019 school year. Mr. Preston in the Social Studies Department is one of those new faces. Warrior TV goes to Mr. Preston himself to learn how it's been in the classroom.
So right now I teach in the Social Studies Department. I teach both geography as well as world history. So previous teaching experience, I've actually never taught in a high school before, except for when I was going to school myself. The last couple of years I've actually spent at a college coaching college football while also being their academic coordinator. So I've worked in the academic field for the last 5 years. So far, the reason I moved here, what I love most about WCHS is just a small school mentality kind of feel. I love the small campus size and how everyone knows everyone here. It makes me feel very at home. And for a guy that moved 1,000 miles 3 months ago, I couldn't imagine myself anywhere else.
The Whiteland Warrior football team just upset previous state champs, the Columbus East Olympians, and it is believed Mr. Preston, or Coach Preston, had a big part in that.
When I'm not teaching, it's something with football. I'm either watching film, I'm at practice. It's what I do. I just live and breathe football in school, and so if I'm not in the classroom, I'm on the field or getting better somehow as a coach. So I'm the defensive coordinator. I'm in charge of calling the defense. Is my defense that we run, so I'm in charge of everything that's defensive-wise on the football field. I am a big believer in we don't look past the weekend when we get time, and so our goal is to go 1-0 every week, and that's all that we're kind of worried about. I don't set season-long expectations or anything like that. We just worry about the game ahead of us.
After speaking with Mr. Preston about his new life in the halls and on the field here at WCHS, Warrior TV News goes to the students and athletes to get their insight on his influence here at the school.
I think Mr. Preston is fitting in pretty well. He has good relationships with his students, no matter if they're troublemakers or if they're straight-A students.
My favorite part about Mr. Preston is how he jokes with the class and is not so serious all the time.
He's super energetic throughout his class period. He carries it with him throughout the day, no matter if it's a bad day or a good day.
Mr. Preston is not only liked by his students in the classroom, but his players say he is helping change the football program for the better.
One thing I like about Preston, he's intense, and that's what we need in a defensive coordinator.
One awesome thing about Mr. Preston, he's just super energetic. He jumps around and he's going around hitting heads of players throughout practice, which is a lot different than what we've been used to.
He's very dedicated and motivated. He likes to see his players succeed.
He's been something that we've been missing for a while here. He's been like that key missing piece that we've needed. He's brought his college experience to high school, and it's been pretty noticeable.
It seems Mr. Preston is already settled in and making a big impact here at WCHS. Make sure to welcome him in the halls or check him out on the field tonight at home at 7:30 as the Warriors battle Greenfield Central. From outside the main office, I'm Jen here with Lane, Warrior TV News.
Remember, Warriors, there's a football game tonight at home against Greenfield Central. Come out and support your Warriors. Game kicks off at 7:30 p.m. The Marching Warriors are beginning their 2018-2019 competition season. Deakon, Booher, Max Wootan, and Gavin, Lutz head over to the WCHS band to see how their season will play out.
The Whiteland Band Department has an amazing marching band program that has been very successful in the past years. For example, the Marching Warriors won the competition at Lawrence Central, with also getting every captain award last season. Warrior TV heads over to the director and marchers to see how they are preparing for this upcoming season.
Marching Warriors this year are doing a show called And We Are Merely Players. And what that is the summation of the end of the quote by Shakespeare, all the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely players. And so the show is based on stages and featuring soloists and small groups throughout the show. Every year when we come up with a marching band show, we come up with it very organically. We have a theme and then we find music to match the theme. Sometimes we find music that we really like and then we find a theme to go with it. And that's kind of the way it worked out this year.
The marching band show sounds very ambitious this year. That can cause many new problems to arise.
You know, there are so many moving parts to a marching band show, and a lot of people don't realize when you take, almost 200 kids and you have to put them on field and you have to get them in uniform and you have to get the stage on, the props on, you have to get the electronics working. There's just so many cogs that go into the big machine that's always the thing that I worry about the most, is just making sure that we check all the boxes and we have everything that we need to get done. I'm excited about the show because I think it's a little bit different of a show we've done. We do a lot of some more modern techniques in the show. We do some more what's called body movement versus just marching around. And I think that's really going to kind of make this show pretty special.
There are plenty of very experienced band members in the Marching Warrior program, but every year there is always a group of freshmen that come along to start their journey in marching band.
Every student who comes into marching band as a freshman has never done marching band. There's no real preparatory for that. They know how to play their instruments, and now they get to learn the techniques of moving around and playing their instrument at the same time. So every group of freshmen works real hard. This group in particular works very, very hard. They're doing a nice job, and it's always fun to watch them kind of get into the activity and kind of figure out how their bodies work a little bit. And then when especially when they come back to sophomores and through their senior years, they just become rock stars. It's fun to watch.
And now we go to some of the students in the band department to see their view on this season of marching band.
Well, as a freshman, I'm pretty intimidated because there's a lot of seniors and stuff, but at the same time, I feel pretty good about it because it's an effortful sport and I've put a lot into it, so I'm getting a lot out of it. Mrs. Whitaker, now Mrs. Ellinger, was a great teacher. She really motivated me to play the flute to begin with and get into band, and from that, I've just really enjoyed playing the flute. It's a pretty cool show this year, just saying, so I'm pretty excited to show off. I'm not really that sure. The ballad this year is very pretty. It's very impactful emotionally.
Band has changed a lot since I first joined as a freshman. I don't march anymore. I get to be on the side where I help people and give them my knowledge, and I think that's really special.
The senior marching warriors are not only focusing on this year's show, they are also watching out for the younger marching warriors, mentoring and preparing them to take over the band program once the seniors are gone.
I really believe that you don't need to be a leader in the band, but I really believe that if you're a freshman, you're not on the leadership team, I think that you can be a leader and you can lead by example, just like anyone. I became passionate about it because in band, really every single person matters, and it's not like We sit out on the bench. Every single person has to be there giving their all. And if one person is gone, we feel that, and that's a problem. In this activity where every single person matters, it makes that all the much more special.
That's the different levels of the band department's view on this upcoming season of marching band. Be sure to come to the football game tonight to see the band's first performance of their new show. I'm Max Wootan with Deacon Booher and Gavin Lutz out here on the band field. Warrior TV News.
I want to play soccer. No.
Un petit air et le jour, ça commence comme rien. Une brume et d'ambre vient frapper ton corps malade.
Remember, Warriors, there's a girls' soccer game on August 25th at Perry Meridian. Varsity kicks off at 10 a.m. JV follows. And that's all we have for you on this feature edition of Warrior TV News. Until next time,
have a good one.